Random Evolved Media, TBK Magazine, and TBK Live present the 2020 Nutsy Awards, celebrating the very best and very worst of 2019. And now, here are your hosts, two people who thought the movie Cats was a documentary, Sharon Isom and Richard Pruitt. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most random award show on the internet, and I am telling you now, the only award show that freaking matters. Welcome to TBK Live's 2020 Nutsy Awards. Ah!
That's loud.
My neighbors are going to be pissed at me by the end of this one.
I have a question.
24.
Not 24 questions.
That's my answer. Joining me, I'm Richard. Joining me is Sharon.
Which brings me to my question.
Yes.
I feel like you're purposefully preventing me from being on podcasts.
We are starting this off hot. Do we need to talk about this off the show? No, I am not.
That's why people think I'm dead all the time.
I am not. We had an interview this past week. Sharon and okay, so Sharon and I's recording day has been Wednesday. For what? For the last 4 months?
For the last 2 years, I think.
And Wednesdays are the hardest day for me.
I told you we could change it.
And right now, it's a Sunday afternoon. I am missing XFL football to record the 2020 Nutsy Awards.
I had to leave watching Alita Battle Angel with my kids. Yeah, I was gonna be 10 minutes late. Gotta finish this.
So speaking of XFL football, I think your husband and I are going to a game at some point. I know this has nothing to do with the Nutsy Awards.
I told him he can go.
What a way to start off 2020. This show celebrates the best and absolute dog shit of 2019. Am I wrong? There's some award categories that I can't wait to touch into later.
There's always stuff in here that I have no idea about what's going on.
Oh yeah, no, that's why that's why you're here. That's gonna.
I'm just I don't know.
Don't worry, Ashley will join us for the wrestling portion.
When I vote, I'm just gonna click the one that sounds the best.
We will have an interesting episode of Live from Chicago, I feel. Probably should let everyone know what's going on with us before we get started in the award shows. Don't forget to visit our store, ShopTBK, tbkmagazine.com/ShopTBK. Pick up one of our awesome t-shirts. They start at just $13. You can get a t-shirt, a hoodie. You can buy your own Nutsy. It is what it is. Go there now, pick up a shirt from TBK Live or one of your other favorite TBK Radio podcasts. Find out which you voted for is your favorite TBK Radio podcast later on in the show. And pick up a shirt from one of your favorite fandoms, or tell people you're a member of the Cult of Random by showing a TBK Magazine shirt. Jeez. And while you're at it, pick up one of our books. Our first book is out in ebook and print.
Super exciting.
So I haven't told anyone this because we haven't done a show since I got this. Got the proof. I held it in my hand. I felt like I just had it, like I was holding a child for the first time. It was
sitting
awesome.
beside me, and it is gorgeous.
It was the most amazing feeling in the world. I felt like I had just conquered a mountain for a York peppermint patty. That's how it should feel. I think every book should feel that way when I pick it up.
I keep telling people my book is coming out, and then I'm but it's not my book. It's not my book.
It's not.
I just was there.
So are you going to write a book now? Is this now the...
No, I don't.
I'll try, everybody.
I'm too, I will tell myself stories in my head. I will stick with that. But I'm too scattered. I tried to write when I was in high school. I was I'm going to write a novel. And they were not very good.
I think later on this show, we're going to announce some of the titles that are coming out later this year from Random Evolved Media. So stick around for that. But you can pick up Invincible Heart right now on Amazon.com and randomevolvedmedia.com, and I believe all your other favorite bookstore retailers, because I think it's everywhere now.
Really?
Yeah.
Exciting.
I have not officially dove deep into that, but I do know it's supposed to be on barnesandnoble.com, walmart.com, and everywhere where books are sold.
Ooh, we'll have to look that up after we finish recording.
Yeah.
But for sure, you can get it on Amazon. I know because I have it in my cart.
You can have it in 2 days.
I have it on my Kindle already. And I have a signed copy coming to me.
Yes. Yeah. You can if you buy from Random Evolved Media, you get a signed copy from Brian and Kendra. Oh my goodness, it's going to be one of those days.
Covfefe.
Covfefe. Yes. We should really Next year, we're changing the name to the Covfefe Awards.
I'm going to have a separate bookcase just for our books.
I kind of want to start doing YouTube videos just with all the books in the background that we publish. That's the only reason I want like a new book. Because, I mean, we got a cool wall to do YouTube right now.
Yeah.
We really do. And then after that, I was like, we'll have to do that. So I'm going to ask you a question because this is about 2019. What is some of your favorite memories? Oh, my God. Memories of 2020. Have you seen some good boobs in 2019? What's been some of your favorite memories from last year? Holy crap.
Well, let's see. Of course, we had a really, really good band season with my son last year. We did our 4th consecutive state championship win. So that was a really good thing.
The 4-peat billboard is now up.
It is.
When you come in, and I'm a little disappointed by it.
Because they were supposed to do ham bone.
Yeah, like bowling. Like when you get
Zeke was really mad about that. Like they put it up and he goes, like the first time we drove by it, he said, lame.
It's
like,
the most boring billboard to celebrate 4 championships.
So mad. But he did order his championship ring. So
nice.
He's pretty pumped about that.
Can I get one of those? I'm just dying to have a
well,
championship ring.
it's already been ordered. So you had to have a $50 deposit like 2 weeks ago.
I would have totally done that. Just to have been like, I got a ring. That's cool.
Yeah. So, and like the kids that have ordered them for every single year, they have like one for every finger.
Turning into Tom Brady over here.
Yeah. So like kids who have done it like all 4 years of their high
God, they're
school
the New
career,
England. To
they're
other
gonna
schools,
do it in like their senior pictures.
Oh,
yeah.
So to other schools, they're the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Yeah,
like they're like probably the most hated school in the state at this point.
Well, of course, it's just in our class. There's other classes or
right,
other
but in that
schools
class,
that have
I guess
done,
in that class, they're the most hated one. Like
probably. I'm sure there's people that want to dethrone us, and it's gonna happen. So,
yeah, because I mean, you can't win every year. Eventually, it will happen.
No, and the schools are getting very,
better.
very good. They are. So it's getting much tougher. I don't know. Let's see. We went to Kansas City last year for a convention. That was arcade bar was really good.
Got so tipsy. I discovered peanut butter beer. That was the highlight of that trip for me.
Arcade bar was really good. I played Tetris for like an hour and a half straight.
And that one restaurant that everybody went to. My phone's going off in the other room. That everyone went to, but you.
Yeah, I took a nap because I wasn't feeling great.
Yeah, the Mongolian barbecue place was amazing.
Y'all went to twice.
Yeah, I think Ashley and I went there 3 times because we went there before we left town too.
Nice.
Never find a restaurant very often. It's in Overland Park. Go Chiefs. I'm still celebrating that, as you can tell by my shirt today. I am 100% in on that Super Bowl victory, but that's a whole nother show.
You know, I don't think I got bubble tea once last year.
You didn't, but we're going to change that this year because we are going to be taking part in C2E2 in just 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And there will be an interesting story from this convention. I'm telling everybody now. Am I wrong?
We have a lot of plans.
Yeah, this one turned out to be a lot crazier than I even expected, and I can't wait. I gotta say, probably my favorite part, besides starting Random Evolved. I gotta throw that out there.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
that's pretty big.
I think that was kind of a cool moment. I have to say, probably my favorite part of last year was rediscovering things that I enjoyed that I forgot I enjoyed. All year long.
Such as?
I forgot how much I enjoyed sports. And I started watching games again because I quit watching games for a while. And I was like, I'm going to do this. I rediscovered my love for cooking shows last year, which I was watching when you came in the house.
So boring. That's like watching bowling or NASCAR.
I almost
golf.
NASCAR is boring. Golf's boring. Tennis is boring. I'm okay with bowling because the crowd's fun. Bowling crowds are the greatest.
No,
sports
bowling's
crowds.
like it's fun to play.
I have to show you.
It's boring to watch
until you get the weird people who know that they're on camera and they just watch the camera instead of the bowlers and they make the faces at the camera and you can point those people out so fast.
That would be like us at any game.
Yeah, pretty much. That's gonna be us on
at any event ever.
Yeah. We have. There's a lot of stuff that happened that I enjoyed.
We would probably be at something sad and still doing that.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, find that out later on in 2020 because something will be like, oh. Outside that, it was a crazy year, but we're now in 2020. But we're about to celebrate everything. We will be back to kick off the 2020 Nutsy Awards with what I believe is your and my favorite category to start things off. What's the best of the small screen? Right after this. After Mila Hunter's daring escape from the harvested facility, President Emerson King needs a solution to a superpowered problem and her rebel allies. In an act of desperation, King decides to enact the Invincible Heart program. John Baker was created to capture or kill Mila Hunter at all costs. Unfortunately for Emerson King, John's heart has other plans. Pick up Invincible Heart by Brian Tan and Kendra Souter at randomevolvedmedia.com, amazon.com, and all other book outlets. What a year it was for the small screen, and we're getting ready to celebrate the best of television. I think me and you both agree we binge a lot.
Yes, I watch a lot of TV.
You watch probably more than I do.
I watch a lot of TV. Like if I come home in the evenings and I don't have a chance to like watch TV, I don't feel like I've had any chance to myself that day.
Like a decompressed thing.
Yes.
I discovered a lot of YouTube in 2019, but that's later on in the show. We will be giving the best YouTube channel, but there's some great shows on television, and we're here to celebrate those great television experiences. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but hell, we'll do that. And it's going to kick off with the best sitcom of 2019, and we're going to break down each one of these because we enjoy every one of them, but like two, because we haven't seen two of them. But The Good Place is the first nominee. I don't know if you got me hooked on that.
Yes.
And I was just like, I'll check it out one day.
Yes,
and then fell in love with it.
Well, and the thing is, I told you about it, and then like, I don't know, 6 months later, you're like,
I finally watched The Good Place.
No, you were like, have you heard this show, The Good Place? I'm like, seriously? I told you to watch this like a year ago, which was really like 6 months ago. But
that's how it works for me 90% of the time. Like you
like,
tell me to watch something.
Why aren't you listening the first time? So The Good Place is something that I think I started watching from almost the very beginning. I love Kristen Bell.
She's amazing.
She is absolutely wonderful and everything, and I love her as a person too. She's
her and Dax Shepard.
Yes, they're
great.
Both.
Maybe the greatest power couple in Hollywood.
They're wonderful people. And this is a show that I watch with my youngest son Eli. We watch a lot of shows together, but this is one of our absolute favorites. This was the year that it ended. And they chose to end it.
Yeah, no, the producers went, we've gone as far as we could, and I love that. We won't talk about the ending because I feel like
we will not. But I very much respect that they weren't like kicked off the air. They had a plan. They chose to complete the show, and I felt that was a good way for a show to go out.
I believe we all need a Janet in our lives. I don't.
Oh my gosh,
that is the greatest character maybe in television history, and I don't say that very lightly. But Janet is so awesome.
And then all the different types of Janets.
Yeah. Roller disco Janet, bad Janet.
Neutral Janet.
So great. But like the episode.
I hope we get to see that. I don't know who that.
Darcy Carden.
I hope we get to see her in other things.
She's in Barry.
On
HBO.
Yeah, she is. I hope we get to see her in many things.
I see a good future for her.
I've really enjoyed her.
And one of those, I hate Ted Danson as an actor, but I love him in this.
My big complaint about The Good Place is that my son has started to talk like Jason.
Yeah.
And he's learned a lot about Jacksonville.
Blake Bortles is no longer the quarterback in Jacksonville, just to let you know.
Well, yes, I know. I do know this.
Didn't know if that's a conversation. Second nominee, Schitt's Creek from the Pop Network.
Which I'm not familiar with, but I have been told repeatedly by our very good friend Katie that I should watch it, that I will love it. So.
Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara lead up this amazing cast. I've seen maybe a couple episodes, but I didn't get it because I didn't start from the beginning.
I've seen a lot of memes, and yeah.
I think it's a show which surprisingly did start on this network that nobody has. It was originally the TV Guide network that became Pop. And this was one of the cornerstones for that network, but I know it did better when it was on Netflix than it ever did airing on the Pop network. Right. So that's kind of weird to see a show that was actually airing episodic not do as well as it did when it was on Netflix.
That's happened a lot here recently.
Yeah, but I mean, for a show this big, like this isn't like A Good Place, which was on NBC, did decent ratings, and could have still went on for another 2 or 3 seasons.
That happened with You, though.
Did it?
Yeah, they completely is off the air now and it is on Netflix.
What channel? I don't know what network.
ASU, I think, or USA. ASU.
Oh, ASU is
ASU.
ASU.
USA, I think maybe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or yeah, I think that's what it was.
But at least USA has a name as a network, though, and this is from like a really small network.
It had such terrible ratings, like nobody knew about it, and then it hit Netflix, and it was like, bam, blew up.
This is kind of in that same aspect. I know Chris Elliott's in the show. I mean, it's a really good cast. I know nothing much about it other than this. I guess I need to go out of my way to see this show now.
Katie keeps telling us to. So
here's what it's about. When rich video store magnate Johnny Rose and his family suddenly find themselves broke, they are forced to leave their pampered lives to regroup in Schitt's Creek. I kind of feel the premise is great. I've seen a few things here and there. I know they're living out of a motel, which always makes me happy in sitcoms. So that one was nominated by you, the fans. Another one nominated by the fans. And of course, I think it's one that me and you have discussed many, many times on this show, Letterkenny.
Anytime I talk to anyone about any TV thing, I'm like, have you seen Letterkenny?
That's the only show that I can say we both watched at the same time, texted each other going, have you seen the show?
Like, I think we probably started it within minutes of each other without even being aware.
Yeah, because I think Ashley and I just had watched something on Netflix. I think we just watched Dumpling. Great movie on Netflix. And then switched it over to Hulu, like, let's watch something. And there's Letterkenny. I was like, I've always wanted to check this out. And oh, crap, this is great.
So I was talking to a girl about it the other day at work, and she puts the subtitles on because they talk so fast.
That is
She
true.
does not want to miss any of the wit. So she puts the subtitles on.
It's a southern version of Gilmore Girls.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Canadian southern version of Gilmore Girls. They are so quick-witted, a damn good cast. And now you're seeing them where I never would notice them. Now I'm like, oh,
yes.
That's Jared Castle.
Well, and when I'm writing reviews of things that I'm watching, which I gave up on doing notable casts because I'm like, I know these people and everything, but I'm seeing a lot of Letterkenny actors in all kinds of things, and it's wonderful. I love it.
Letterkenny is a great show. If you haven't checked it out, it's on Hulu. It is a Hulu original now. Season 8 just ended. So good. So season 8 was hysterical.
Yes.
Next up is the Goldbergs.
Another favorite.
If you haven't watched the Goldbergs, you were not a fan of the 80s.
And the thing is, my kids really love it. And of course, they know nothing about the 80s.
Oh, such a wonderful cast, too.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get my father-in-law to watch it, which it seems like it's something right up like his alley. But he's like, I don't know, that lady's hair. And I'm like, no, watch it. Like, just watch it.
If you have not seen the Goldbergs, we all have the mother like Beverly. Just throwing that out there.
So good.
I actually made the comment the other day. I actually quoted it because we saw someone at a steakhouse order fish, and I'm like, you never order fish at a steakhouse. Really loud where they heard me. So that was fun. I do recommend this one. Again, great cast. Every episode's pretty funny. And then there's always a tie-in to like the Adam Goldberg, the real Adam Goldberg.
Yes.
Like real life, and they show the video footage.
I think that might be my son's favorite part is watching the end part because he's like, oh, it really happened. And I'm like,
there's a few of those where I'm like, I can't believe that actually happened. And then finally is What We Do in the Shadows. I know absolutely nothing about this, but you guys do. So
I tried to watch it, and sorry, but I'm not a fan of it.
It's a FX show about, I believe, vampires somewhere.
Yeah, so it's a satirical comedy,
which is based off a movie.
It is,
and the movie's really good.
I've heard really good things about it. I know people really enjoy this. I really thought I was gonna enjoy it. I love sarcastic comedies like this.
Another good cast.
Yes,
Matt Berry from IT Crowd's in it, and He's
yeah,
great.
it looked like it was going to be something I absolutely enjoyed. Maybe if I gave it more time, I would have. But I didn't enjoy the first couple episodes. So sorry, guys, who loved it. But that's the most I can say.
It is definitely, it's an FX show. You can check it out on Hulu if you haven't seen it. I think I need to watch a couple episodes.
The commercials really cracked me up.
Yeah, no, the commercials are great. So it is time to find out who won Sitcom of the Year. And the winner is...
The Good Place.
I hit the drum twice, whatever. Yeah, no, The Good Place wins. You guys voted for The Good Place as the Sitcom of the Year. I can't argue with you. We thought it was going to be Letterkenny for the longest time.
You know, so I voted twice during this voting process, and one time I voted for The Good Place, and one time I voted for Letterkenny because I love them both so much. But Good Place absolutely deserves it. Wonderful, wonderful cast. There's not a single episode that I don't think was well constructed, well thought out. There's not a single character on there that's not just spot on.
You know what hurt Letterkenny? Season 7.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think that hurt Letterkenny's chances.
There was a little bit of a stumble there.
Yeah. So congrats to Letterkenny for winning, or not Letterkenny, but The Good Place for winning TV show or Sitcom of the Year. All right.
Well deserved.
It's time for reality show of the year, and I know Sharon is going to be lost on half of these, so this should be a fun discussion.
I do not have a horse in this race.
I kind of do, but I have a new horse that I wish I would have known about sooner.
Does
that make sense?
Yes. The only reality show I enjoy is not in this.
No, and it did not get nominated like they did
You guys
last
are
year.
losers.
Oh, well, geez. Up first, the nominees are Nailed It, which, if you haven't checked out Nailed It, I love this show. It's a baking show with people who can't bake. It is so funny. Just watching people try to make a cake when it looks like, say, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This is the one that sticks out to me. And then it looks like shit. I mean, legit, just the Grinch looked like poo. It was funny. The cakes are falling apart. My friend tried, our friend Erin, who you can go back and listen to her interview from last year, tried to use peanut butter as a golden for a certain thing, and that just doesn't work.
No.
That was funny. It's just people who can't bake, and they try so hard, and they don't do well at it. It's a fun show to watch. It's actually, I think, one that if you have a family that
There's probably like 90% of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a family that enjoys stuff enjoys laugh around the TV, I think this is a really good reality show. Next nominee is RuPaul's Drag Race. I effing love Drag Race. I have a horse in this race. This is mine. I freaking love this show so much. This is a guilty pleasure show. Every season, I am glued to the television. The new season starts on February 28th. I'm already excited for it. It's such a fun show, but it's also very stressful at times. Because you find a drag queen and you fall in love with them, and then they're off on like 2 weeks later. It's like, no! Yeah. That's the one reason I can't get into reality TV competitions, because I find someone I like, and then they vote them off the next week. It's like, ah. Next nominee is one I've just recently got into, The Masked Singer.
No.
It's fun. We are reviewing this on Striking a Chord every week now, so you can listen to Amanda and I review The Masked Singer. Fun show. It's like C-list celebrities,
right,
dressed in these costumes, singing, and you get to guess who they are. The judges are funny. Ken Jeong's on it. Dude's hilarious. The only one, Nicole Sharon, I can't pronounce her last name. The girl from the Pussycat Dolls cannot for the life of me make a guess that's educated. Like, she is guessing people like, it's Jason Momoa. It's like, no, it's not.
I mean, but he does do a lot of weird things.
Yeah, but they're not going to put Jason, unless,
we don't know if he can sing or not. I don't know.
Unless a celebrity loves the show. But Lil Wayne was the first elimination this season. I feel like 3 weeks ago. You're fine.
Can Jason Momoa sing? Do we know?
He probably can.
He can do just about everything, right?
I can do everything.
I mean, he just seems like the person who loves life to the fullest.
I'm sorry to my wife, but I would totally go for Jason Momoa over you. It is what it is. Next up is Queer Eye. I love the new version of Queer Eye. I like these guys a lot.
I've actually considered watching this.
This is a really good show. It makes me cry a lot though, because they always take every story on these shows make me cry. Like, that's one reason I quit watching Undercover Boss. Like, I just can't do it. Like, I can't. Queer Eye is a really good show. They tape it across the country. They make over this, like, they make over someone and try to make their life better. They do a great job of it. A lot of them have books now, and every book is worth reading. So Queer Eye is on Netflix. I think it's getting ready for its 6th season.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty intense for a Netflix reality show. So, and finally is Encore on Disney Plus, and this one caught me off guard by all of you. Encore is hosted by Kristen Bell.
Nice.
Where they take a high school theater troupe or group, and they put on a production they did in high school 20 years later.
Maybe I should watch this one.
Yeah, this one's really good. And they've done Annie and Grease and a few others, and it's pretty funny to watch these people come back together.
Can we do this? Like, can we like no, never mind. The one that we did was Seussical, and it was terrible.
I would like to redo Once Upon a Mattress. I'm all about this. I'm in. Like, if they want to go back to my high school in that crappy gymnasium, I'm in.
Well, our theater's gorgeous. I love
No, yeah,
ours.
no, your theater's great.
Yeah.
Our theater was just some steel chairs and a basketball court.
I mean, I did makeup for Little Shop of Horrors, and Zeke's godmother was in it. She was
Nice.
Audrey. So, I mean, we could do that one. That would be cool. Can we sign up for it?
I think you can. I think they're casting for season 2 already. Disney Plus, the Disney Plus like reality shows
but
are so good.
I'm only at 16 years.
I think it's either 15 or
but
more.
Zeke's godmother's at 17 years.
They might do it.
So,
They
you
might
know.
do it. It's a fun show. If you haven't checked it out, you should. Winner for reality show. I can't. There it is. Nailed it. I'm not surprised.
Yay!
By that. I'm not surprised by this. It's a fun show. Like I said, if you have a family, this is a show.
That's what I voted for.
You voted for Nailed It?
Yeah.
I have sound effects queued up today, everybody. That's a first.
I told you
right?
I've watched a few of them.
That's true. I actually like all of the shows on the list there, but
I'm just not a huge reality show person. It's just not something that I get into. The only one I really like is Making It.
and that's a really good one, and is moving to the Peacock when it launches in April.
I really think I just really enjoy Nick Offerman and Amy Poehler.
Yeah, no,
they just make it, you know.
Finally, it is the TV show of the year. What you guys decided were the 5 best shows on television. Oh boy. First nominee, The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. Oh my God, this is so good.
That's been a really good series. Baby Yoda, aka Kevin. Has been everywhere. There's a cosplayer that Jessie follows who built her own.
Oh, geez.
And then did like awesome cosplay with it. It was gorgeous. Yeah,
this show came out of nowhere. Like, I think that, like, we knew it was going to be Star Wars.
It's the only reason that I subscribe to Disney Plus.
Yeah, a lot of people, if you don't know, when this show ended, a lot of people canceled their Disney
know.
Plus subscription.
Like, it's never coming back.
Like, I'm like, season 2 doesn't come back until November. And that's funny to me because there's such a good deal on Hulu with Disney Plus. Like, there's a really good deal on Hulu and ESPN Plus if you get the bundle. And I'm like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I get it because they're like,
there's
right
not
now,
tons.
The Imagineering documentary, which is really good because you learn all about the inside of how the theme park was made and everything. That's really good. Encore is really good. I still need to see High School Musical, the series, because apparently it's The Office. So I'm like, I probably should watch it.
I need to see if the new Maleficent is on there.
I think it is.
I need to check.
And then this. And it's like, that's only 4 shows. The Jeff Goldblum show, I can take it or leave it. But it's weird.
I watched like part of an episode, I think.
It didn't
like, I
grasp
think
me.
I just got busy doing something and I was like, maybe I'll come back to it.
But The
and then I never did.
Mandalorian was so good.
Yeah.
And I'm scared. Like, this might be, I think we're going to see the future of Star Wars go to shows.
Like, we would like have it on in the other room, and like my oldest son Zeke, our intern, he'd like come running around the house, and he'd be like, "Did I hear The Mandalorian?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He'd be like, "I already watched it." Okay, cool, bye. And I'm like, "Okay."
Well, at least you didn't spoil it.
No, like he was just like super intense about it.
Yeah, no, it's a great show. Next up, Letterkenny. I mean, we've talked about Letterkenny already.
Amazing.
Great sitcom.
It's like, what would we say? The Office meets Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Just so good.
Favorite character on that show is Squirrely Dan. I'm about 90% sure.
I can't even remember now. Like,
I do enjoy Katie.
I like Katie, but she's not my favorite. I can't.
I do kind of like the McMurrays in some weird aspect of things.
Stuart. Stuart's my favorite. Yeah, Stuart's my favorite.
Love the skits.
Yeah.
So we've covered Letterkenny, a show I've not watched yet, but my wife has and has become obsessed with it. The Witcher.
I've watched it and I've listened to the first 4 books.
So I know it's a video game too. So
it is. So the books came first, then the
game's second, I believe.
And then
the series
on
Netflix.
Which just in case anybody ever who has watched The Witcher, if they want to go back and read the books, they should know that there's some short stories first, and that's actually where the this season starts with, which is the short story. So if you want to go back and read it, start with the short stories and not book 1. Learn that.
I'm in.
Yeah, learn that.
I need to check it out. I still haven't watched it yet because it just doesn't feel for me.
It's absolutely gorgeous effects.
I know Henry Cavill is awesome in it.
Yes. And so you know how my complaint with Superwoman was all of the slow motion action.
Yeah.
They do slow motion, but they do it in a way that I feel is right. Super tiny amounts, just enough to like spotlight the very appropriate scenes.
Yeah, from what Ashley has said, it's such a great show. She's all about it.
Second season's already. I mean, they started making the second season
before the first one came out
because they knew. I mean, yeah,
that's putting all your eggs in a basket and hoping for the best.
And well, they did the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up is the FX show that is based on African American and LGBTQ culture, Pose. Have you watched this?
I've not.
It is so good.
Yeah, I've not.
It is made. I know Billy Porter was like a legend beforehand. Now he's an icon and it's so good.
I love the channel FX. They have such good series on there.
This show goes so in deep that at times the storyline, and I mean every storyline in this show is really good. But there are times that you're watching this and you just feel uncomfortable what's going on between two characters. I don't know if that's ever happened to you when you watch something and you just feel an uncomfortableness that's like happening on the screen and you kind of just want to walk away before the like conflict happens. This show makes me feel that, but it's so good. It is so worth watching. I discovered this late into its second season run. And I went, I wish I would have discovered this when it started. It just got renewed for a third season. Billy Porter won the Emmy for Outstanding Lead in the Drama Series, who's the first openly gay black actor to win it.
It's awesome.
It's and I think it was nominated for Best Drama Series. It's such a good show. I do recommend it.
Okay.
And it's a Ryan Murphy show. So that should tell you everything right there. So, and one of your favorite actors is in it.
Who's that?
Evan Peters.
Love him. Absolutely.
He is a yuppie husband. So.
Yeah, absolutely love him.
I do recommend that one. And finally, on the list of TV shows for 2020, Barry. I still haven't watched this yet, and I know I need to.
I haven't watched this last season, but I do very much enjoy it. So if anybody's unfamiliar with the plot line, you have he's a former soldier. I don't remember what unit of the military, but he came back and didn't really know what to do with his life, so he became a hitman. Ended up in LA and decided he wanted to become an actor. So it's really funny, but it's a dark comedy.
An HBO series.
And when he doesn't know what to do, he just kills the person.
Because that's exactly what you do.
Bill Hader. Yeah.
Bill Hader's wonderful.
It's a really good show. I've really enjoyed what I've seen of it, I didn't stop watching because I disliked it. It's just there's so much good stuff on. So,
and Henry Winkler's part of this show, and Henry Winkler is one of the greatest people in the history of the world. We learned that at Planet Comic-Con in 2019. Henry Winkler is just one of the greatest people in the world.
Yep. And he's really enjoyed doing the series. He really talked.
Yeah, he talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is now time to announce the winner for Best TV Show of the Year is The Mandalorian.
Yay, baby Kevin.
Not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. This show took off like a bottle rocket.
Yep. Disney Plus will have a big influx of re-subscribers.
Oh, yeah, no, they're going to get their free month again. They're going to use a different email. It's going to get like, hey, we can watch 4 episodes of The Mandalorian and move on. That's going to wrap up the TV portion. We'll be right back with, well, I guess movies next. Or, yeah, let's do movies next.
Which is another.
Let's do music next, because that'll be even more entertaining. We'll be right back with the music portion of the Nutsies. Don't forget to visit Random Evolved Media and pick up Invincible Heart by Brian Tan and Kendra Souter. We'll be right back. After Mila Hunter's daring escape from the harvested facility, President Emerson King needs a solution to a superpowered problem and her rebel allies. In an act of desperation, King decides to enact the Invincible Heart program. John Baker was created to capture or kill Mila Hunter at all costs. Unfortunately for Emerson King, John's heart has other plans. Pick up Invincible Heart by Brian Tan and Kendra Souter at randomevolvedmedia.com, amazon.com, and all other book outlets. The big screen gave us some of the best and worst highlights of the year. Cats! And did
you sneeze there?
Yeah,
God bless you.
Oh God. I know I wanted to see Cats in theater. My wife said no.
I've still not seen it. Katie suggested it, and I was like, nah.
Damn it! Someone should have called me. I would have been in on that. No. Because I want to see that. I wanted to see it so bad in theaters because I know it was probably an event. I've heard
Jesse and I still hadn't seen. At that point, we didn't see the new Star Wars. So I mean, between those two, which one are we going to go see?
Yeah, no, I'd rather go see Star Wars.
Yeah,
damn them for coming out at the same time. But I've heard that it's just an experience that you should never have seeing Cats. But what a year it was for movies. So many good ones. And apparently so many bad ones, and we're here to tell you what was the best and worst in the movie category here at the Nutsy Awards. Oh my God. You want to start with worst or best? Let's do worst.
Yeah, I think
Let's
so.
do worst. All right, so the worst movie of the year, the nominees are Cats.
I don't think anyone would disagree.
Yeah, no. Hellboy.
I've not seen it yet.
It's bad. It's bad. Dark Phoenix. It's bad.
I know, and I'm so disappointed.
Rambo Last Blood. Nah, I didn't see that one.
No.
Men in Black International.
Hadn't seen it yet, but...
And Playmobil, the movie. Which...
I don't know what that is.
Do you know the little things that spin above the baby's beds?
Yeah, mobiles.
Yeah, they turned it into a movie. It's bad. It looks... I haven't seen it, but just the preview alone, I'm like...
Why?
Because the Lego movie did so well, they thought they could do something.
Didn't we learn from, like, the Emoji movie?
That's it. Oh, yeah, that was bad. Oh, God, that was bad. Nobody talks about that movie. My wife may be the only person in the world who enjoyed that.
I saw just a tiny bit of it while my kid was at the orthodontist, and I was like, ugh.
Give me the root canal. Give me the root canal. And the winner for worst movie is...
Dark Phoenix.
Not surprised.
I was so looking forward to this movie. I love Jean Grey.
And they did so many edits on this movie,
They had a really good cast. It had a lot of potential. And then, man, it was such a letdown.
X-Men movies to me have not been great in a long time. And this one just kind of kept that ball going.
Yeah. I think I walked out of there and texted you. I'm like, ugh, this sucks. Like, ugh. Yeah. And I was really looking forward to it for a really long time. And yeah, no good.
Hey, Hey, it's short, everybody. There's only 2 categories this time. Movie of the year, of course, Avengers Endgame. My God, the highest grossing film of all time.
We have been building for this movie for what, like 15 years?
Yeah, something like that. Was it a letdown for you?
I don't know that I would say that. I mean, I don't.
It's good, but coming off that last movie, which I thought the last one was better.
Okay, so it was what, like 3 hours long?
Yeah, well, there's 3 movies on this list that are 3
However,
hours.
like, and some people complained about that, but I still felt like it was missing something.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way about a lot of movies on this list, but
I still did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't overall, I don't guess I have any real complaints about it, but there are still, I guess, maybe, like, I felt like it could have been filled out a little bit more, and that's weird saying about a 3-hour long movie.
Yeah.
So.
I look at our movie list of best movies and compare it to the Oscars, and like, here are the movies that people actually watched. No offense to any of the movies of the Oscars. I kind of want to see Parasite now, but
I've not seen that. I don't know what it is.
Also up for movie of the year, Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker,
which we both seen, and
you did not like. I enjoyed it.
No, I did not dislike it.
I thought you did.
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
I did not dislike it. There's a couple of things that that maybe I wish was a little different, but I did not dislike it.
It Chapter 2.
That's yeah. Okay.
Knives Out.
Not seen.
I want to see that movie so bad. Ryan Johnson, I actually likes Episode 8, so I mean, I figure I did. There is supposed to be a sequel to Knives Out, though, and I'm excited for that. Joker.
Still haven't seen it.
And Us. I think this is a great list of movies outside one of them, and I'm not going to say which one it is, but I feel like everybody who knows me will know what I'm going to say. So
I don't know.
It's Joker.
Yeah, you yeah.
I don't have any. I'm tired of seeing stuff about Joker. Like, I'm tired of that character in general. Like, they have burned me out on Joker so much that I don't care. And I just went, and I think I went into that seeing this movie with the same mindset, and it killed it.
I've not seen it. I know there's people who love it, people who absolutely hate it. Joaquin Phoenix is a weird pick for me. So, I mean, I don't know. But anyway.
He did win Best Actor at the Oscars for this movie. So
I know. I know.
It is what it is. And the winner for Best Movie of the Year is...
It's Avengers Endgame.
Not surprised again.
No.
It was the box office all year.
Yeah.
100%. All right, everybody. That's going to wrap up the movie portion. I'm excited for 2020. Not as many sequels.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord. We're getting in the Heights movie this year, which is a musical by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I'm already here for it. Like, that's what I'm waiting for this year. And Practical Joker's movie comes out this week.
That'll be interesting.
I love those guys. Birds of Prey's out right now. Sonic the Hedgehog's out right now. And it's got it's got like a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes. And I went, well, that's not what I expected.
Yeah. Well, Detective Pikachu was really good. So.
Yeah. So that's what's coming up in 2020. Coming up next, we are going to have the wrestling portion of the Nutsies, and Ashley will be joining us. We will be right back with more of the most random award show on the internet. Shirts, books, mugs, squirrels. Shop TBK. TBKmagazine.com/shop TBK. Buy our shit. 2019 was an amazing year for the sounds that tickled your ear holes. I have to I don't know, that's a great intro for me. I don't know about you, but I feel like last year was a hell of a music year.
I don't listen to the radio.
I know you don't. So it's not that it's lost. It's just like, all right. I know you don't listen, but you know who some of these artists are.
Absolutely. And if someone will ever tell me hey, listen to this artist, I will listen to him, and maybe they will become a favorite of mine. It's just you have to clue me in is all.
I can do that. I'll start doing that. But we are going to take a look at what was the best and worst of 2019 in the world of music, starting with the best song of 2019. And the nominees are Old Town Road by Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus. Yes, in 2019, Billy Ray Cyrus was up for an award.
I actually think I voted for that one.
I like the song.
I think that's one I voted for.
It's not that bad of a song. It's catchy. I like Lil Nas X. I think he's a decent rapper. He's not a mumble rapper, and that makes me happy inside.
He was super adorable and you're so like a cute little kid way.
Have you ever seen the music video for it?
You showed it to me.
Such a good video.
Yeah, you showed it to me.
Next up is Lover by Taylor Swift. Maybe the saddest and most happy. It's going to be at every wedding ever.
I know Taylor Swift. I've not heard the song.
It's a great song. It's very emotional, though.
I know she's your girl.
She is my girl.
Yep.
Yeah. Juice by Lizzo. If anything can be said, 2019 was Lizzo's world and we were living in it.
You know, I know who she is because I think Katie might be in love with her a little bit.
Yeah, I am.
But I've not listened to anything.
Oh, I'm going to remedy that by the end of this day.
And I'm surprised Katie's not made me listen to it. But
oh, Katie is not. Okay. So Juice is a great song. Also nominated Take What You Want by Post Malone featuring Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott. This is an amazing song.
I've not listened to it, but I know who those people are. So
let me tell you something. Post Malone, I did not think I would ever enjoy Post Malone. And now I'm like, I absolutely love the guy. Like, I think he's so super talented, but he's also just so he looks like he's having fun all the time.
Yeah. I've heard some of his things before and I haven't it's not my thing, but I don't dislike it. You know,
there's a video, if you want to know what type of human Post Malone truly is, there's a video of him going to the Olive Garden with Jimmy Fallon. That's all that needs to be said. And final nomination is Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Crazy year for a 17-year-old.
Yep.
And I
really haven't listened to a lot of her music, but all of the interviews I have ever read or articles,
amazing.
She sounds like a really awesome person.
The way she dresses, there's a reason.
Right.
Her cover of Yesterday at the Oscars, holy crap. I know she's doing the James Bond song this year, which that's a huge thing for any artist to get. Mm-hmm. So all 5 of these songs, I feel, define 2019. And the best song of the year, as voted on by you, is Lover by Taylor Swift. I'll let you listen to the song afterwards.
Okay.
I do believe it's going to be at every wedding ever now. It's that sweet of a song. Like, Ashley, the first time Ashley heard it, she grabbed my hand and cried. Like, it's such a good song. I think every song on that list of best songs had a chance of winning, though.
Yeah.
And that's very rare.
Yes, absolutely.
Next category.
At least this year we didn't have it on best and worst.
Kudos to everybody there, by the way, because that was something I was afraid. I was like, something's going to end up on the best and worst list, and if it does, it's Old Town Road, because I know people loved and hated that song.
Yeah.
But it didn't. So, album of the year. And the nominees are Lover by Taylor Swift. It's a really good album. I don't think it's as good as her last album. And that's coming from a Taylor fan, but it's a really good album.
Well, there's always going to be albums like that.
Yeah. Hollywood's Bleeding by Post Malone. Open Book by Kaylee Shore. She's a country artist, but she doesn't sound country, and she's fantastic. Amanda had her on an episode of Striking a Chord. It was probably one of my favorite interviews of the year. She definitely screams 90s pop.
Nice.
Or I don't want to say pop, but like that, like the Alanis Morissette style.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Where it kind of sort of slightly crosses
Yeah, it's in that style, and that's not pop, but it's not rock, and I don't think there's an actual definition, but I didn't want to say like Lilith Fair, because that's not right either. So, 'Cause I Love You, Lizzo is also nominated because it's Lizzo's world and we're just living in it. And number 6, Collaborations Project by Ed Sheeran, which this is an all album of Ed Sheeran collaborating with some of the people he just wanted to collaborate. If you listen to, all 5 albums are great. I'll let you listen to some of them later.
Okay.
But the winner for album of the year is Lover by Taylor Swift. I was just kind of, I feel like there might be a theme at this point. Don't know, but there could be. Let's do worst song. All right, so this is the first year we've never had a nomination. It was in the best and worst category. So thank God for everyone who told us. I listened to all 5 of these songs, and these are some of the worst songs I've ever heard. First up is Closed on Sunday by Kanye West. It's bad.
I just don't listen to Kanye West in general.
I like Kanye West's early stuff, but Kanye West now, just, I don't know. Dear Future Self, Fall Out Boy featuring Wyclef Jean.
I have not listened to Fall Out Boy in like the last 2 albums.
Oh, this one's really bad. This one's really bad.
It's really sad because I love Fall Out Boy.
Yeah. The new Green Day album's really crappy too.
It's also really sad.
I'll let you listen to that later too.
Man, you guys are letting me down.
Weezer's new album doesn't sound great either. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I really wanted to go to Hella Mega too, and I don't know if I'm going.
Just if you're not going to do it, just stop.
Oh, I've listened to Haley Williams' new stuff too. If that makes you feel any better, it's gonna be 2020 may not be the greatest year for music,
guys.
with the exception of Adele. With the exception of Adele's new album, which hasn't released yet, because I need that in my life.
Can she be bad?
No.
I mean,
fudging Adele. No.
With that voice, do you have a choice?
No, Adele's a goddess, and we just
live in her world.
Yeah. Alcohol You Later by Mitchell Tenpenny.
Wow.
Yeah. You guys brought that one. I had not heard that song until I saw it on the list, and I went, oh, that's number 2 in your guys' voting list. So people who subscribe, by the way, you can subscribe to TBK Magazine by going on an article and seeing the little subscribe thing. Strip That Down by Liam Payne. In fact, every song by Liam Payne on his album was in this list that you sent in. So that tells me something. And finally, Baby Shark.
So, okay, Baby Shark has been around for a really long time. Who brought it back? Like, who brought it to popularity?
Some kids. Pink Fong. That's who it is, Pink Fong.
Because, I mean, this has been around forever. Like, I mean, I have kids. They sing it in preschool. They've sang it in preschool forever.
At the end of this, the worst song of the year, by the way, will be sung by our one and only.
I will not.
No, not by you. Oh my God. The worst song of the year will be sung by Charlie going into the break. So you get to hear. And the winner for worst song of the year is Baby Shark. Do.
It is the worst. Kids come into the clinic and they pull it up on like tablets playing it, and then I'm like, for the rest of the morning I have it stuck in my head.
Yes, it's that. Oh, it's the earwig that you just want to shoot the shark. Ugh. I told Ashley this, and I'll tell everyone, I will never drink another Land Shark beer again because of this song. Like, I am going to boycott anything shark related.
Well, and the thing is, like, I already know the words again because I have kids, so it doesn't matter if I hear like a tiny snippet, like. For the rest of the day, I'm singing it in my head.
It's oof. All right. Next up is Music Video of the Year. Nominees are Sucker by the Jonas Brothers. Great video. I like the Jonas Brothers.
I don't dislike them.
Their new stuff's really good. That makes me really weird that I feel like I could go to a Jonas Brothers concert. I mean, we did go to Backstreet Boys last year,
which was awesome. I didn't expect to have so much fun.
Yeah, they're doing their tour. They're doing the second leg of the tour, and they're doing the amphitheater in St. Louis. And I was like, I kind of want to revisit that one because that was a lot more fun than it should have been.
I think the amphitheater would definitely be a better venue.
Yeah,
we wouldn't feel like we were gonna like.
I could
dive off a cliff.
That was $7.
Hey, that's okay. For $7, it was a great concert.
It was until the car alarm went off on me, and then that just sucked.
That's your fault for trying to escape.
You left me in the car and locked it.
Well, I didn't want someone to steal you.
I looked pretty good that night. Next up is Old Town Road, Little Nas featuring Billy Ray Cyrus. A great video. Like, it's a mini movie. It is such a good video.
And again, he's like so sweet and adorable.
Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. That's a weird video.
I've actually seen this video.
It's a weird one.
I like it.
No, it's a great video. This Land by Gary Clark Jr. If you have not seen this, it's a rap video. If you've not seen this video, this reminds me a lot of.
It's rap. I would definitely would not have thought it out.
The video reminds me a lot of Childish Gambino's "This Is America." It's so powerful. Oh my God, it is such a powerful video. And I think it needs to be seen by everybody, kind of thing. Like, that video came out of nowhere. I hadn't seen that video until I saw the nomination list. I was like, that's a great video. You Need to Calm Down by Taylor Swift. Maybe the most, outside the Gary Clark Jr. video, maybe the most, like, the biggest bold statement of the year by a major artist, because did not see that coming. It's a fun video, too, by the way. And finally, I Dare You by The Regrets. It's cheesy, it's cute, it's 90s. That sums it up. And the winner for music video of the year is You Need to Calm Down by Taylor Swift. No surprise here.
No.
It's such a cute video. I don't use that. I hate using the term cute when describing things, but I feel like
she's had a lot of cute this year.
It's a good year for her.
Yeah.
It's been a really good year. The only thing missing is she didn't go on tour. Like, she's doing this like festival thing now. And I'm like, that's going to be awesome, because that's going to separate her from the rest of the pack. But
there's a lot of artists that do that. I mean,
she's doing her own festival. It's weird. I like, it's like a Taylor Con.
That's weird.
Yeah,
that's
it's
different.
cool. Like, there's going to be like different artists performing. Like, if you get a heck of a lineup at this thing, like, all day, I'm cool.
She's leading a festival.
Her own festival, yeah. Yeah. And then finally, it is the Artist of the Year. So who was the best artist of 2020? The nominees are Lizzo. It's her world. We're living in it. I'll have to let you listen to some. Taylor Swift, Post Malone, Billie Eilish, and Elton John.
Nice.
Because Elton John went on tour last year and sold out everywhere.
Yep.
He's Elton effing John.
Yeah, I had a 20-year-old that I work with who went to his concert and was just beyond excited. Is all she could talk about. She was just
Elton John.
Absolutely excited.
Yeah, I mean, that's one. I feel he's one of those artists you have to see once in your lifetime, kind of thing. And the winner for Artist of the Year is Elton John. You guys voted for Elton John. I can't blame you. It's Elton frickin' John.
It's iconic.
Yeah, he just won his first Oscar for Rocket Man, which is a damn good movie. If you
Still
haven't
haven't seen it.
So good. So good. So that is going to wrap up the music portion of the Nutsies. Yay! I feel it's a good year for music. Hopefully 2020 can repeat, but right now it's not looking so strong.
Oh, guys, if you don't got it, just stop.
Yes, amen to that.
Let us hold on to the memories.
Yeah. Isn't there a Green Day song about that?
Fall Out Boy has a song called Thanks for the Memories.
Oh, I was thinking, the Good Riddance Time of Your Life song.
Oh, well,
that came to mind.
They didn't mean that as a nice song, though.
No, but now it's kind of like, you're starting to hate your own songs now.
Yeah,
so.
well.
Coming up next here on the Nutsies, it'll be the movie category. Right after you hear Charlie sing Baby Shark. Right after this. After Mila Hunter's daring escape from the harvested facility, President Emerson King needs a solution to a superpowered problem and her rebel allies. In an act of desperation, King decides to enact the Invincible Heart program. John Baker was created to capture or kill Mila Hunter at all costs. Unfortunately for Emerson King, John's heart has other plans. Pick up Invincible Heart by Brian Tan and Kendra Souter at randomevolvedmedia.com, amazon.com, and all other book outlets. Baby shark, wah 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 wah. Baby shark, wah 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 wah. Baby shark, wah 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 wah. Baby wah. Mommy shark, wah 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 wah. Mommy shark, wah 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 wah. Mommy shark, wah 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 wah. I don't get paid enough. Wah 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 wah. Shirts, books, mugs, squirrels. Shop TBK. TBKmagazine.com/shop TBK. Buy our shit. Well, this should be an interesting conversation. It's time for the sports portion here on the Nutsy Awards. Sharon, tell us all you know about sports.
I know some about football.
I thought you were going to say something just randomly like, I know curling.
No.
Thanks, Corner
I
Gas.
don't know about curling.
I think you should know enough about curling from Corner Gas. I feel like that show has just...
Well, I think that's Yeah, that's fine.
That'll do it for you.
I know a smidge about hockey, I guess.
I know a lot more about hockey because of Letterkenny. And I will be purchasing a Letterkenny Irish hockey jersey. I think it has to happen now.
Yeah.
This is our sports portion of the show, and a small announcement. You guys have been sending me emails, and I am going to make it happen. Don't know who the co-host is going to be. It could just be me at this point. I don't know. But 4 Downs will return, our sports show. We take 4 topics on each episode and have an in-depth discussion.
You would not want me for it.
No. That's why Sharon has not been part of the wrestling show. That sums that up. But yes, we will be doing 4 Downs, and we'll be discussing sports. And one of the hot topics right now is how pointless All-Star games are. But that's a whole other conversation for another day. All right, let's do this. It is now time to talk. What was the sports team of 2019? Oh boy. The nominees are the New England Patriots, who won the Super Bowl 53, the Toronto Raptors, who won the NBA championship, the Clemson Tigers, who won the NCAA football championship, the Washington Nationals, who won the World Series, the St. Louis Blues, who won the Stanley Cup, and the U.S. women's national soccer team, who won the World Cup. Now, some fun stories here. The Toronto Raptors were not predicted. They kind of came out of nowhere and won. The St. Louis Blues were in last place at halfway through the season to win.
They live close to us, so
yeah,
we like them. We like them.
They are my hockey team. The U.S. women's national team, the women's soccer team is just the women's soccer team. They're amazing. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Clemson Tigers had a hell of a year. It's the Patriots. We all hate Tom Brady, so. And the winner, I'm not making that up. Everybody hates the Patriots. Come on. And the winner for best sports team of the year is the Washington Nationals. They did defeat the Houston Astros in the World Series, and I don't know if you know anything about what's going on in baseball right now.
No.
But there is a cheating scandal involving the Houston Astros where they were wearing buzzers, and they would learn what the pitch was going to be before the other team threw it.
Oh.
And they would also be banging on a trash can. And you can hear them banging on trash cans to let you know what the
That's pretty dirty.
Yeah, and MLB's just kind of turned their head to it.
Wow. That's really dirty.
Yeah, it's crappy. I'm not a fan right now. Astros should lose their World Series title. That's a whole nother argument for another show. A sports show, perhaps, coming back soon. But, yeah, that doesn't make me happy. I think all teams besides the Patriots had a chance of winning that. So, it's my hatred for the Patriots. Athlete of the year. The nominees are Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. My homer right there. I gotta, I'm slightly rooting for that. That's not fair.
That's okay.
Megan Rapinoe of the U.S. women's national soccer team. Kawhi Leonard from the Toronto Raptors last year. Simone Biles of gymnastics. And I'm going to butcher the hell out of this. Giannis Antetokounmpo from the NBA. Thank you.
That was good.
Of the Milwaukee Bucks. Whew. I've been so scared to say that name ever since it was nominated. I'm going to have to practice that.
You should have just had Siri say it. Just hold your phone up to the mic.
Alexa, tell me who plays for the Milwaukee Bucks.
And then it would said some other random player.
Would have been some player from 1992. Like,
the owner of the team.
Oh, geez. And the winner for Athlete of the Year is... God bless all of you for voting Patrick Mahomes. I did not vote, but that makes me happy inside. He just won Super Bowl MVP as well, so... So
it was like a special paper for you.
It probably was, honestly.
Did you do some campaigning?
I didn't, actually, but the kid's good. Like, he's 23... and he just won a Super Bowl MVP, and he was MVP of the league last year. I mean, that's intense. Like, when I was 23, I barely could function as an adult. I'm 35, and I could still barely function as an adult. I know this. So, and finally, in the sports category, it is the sports moment of the year. The nominees are the Alliance of American Football begins and collapses before the end of the season. Toronto winning the NBA championship. The U.S. women winning the World Cup. Tiger Woods wins the Masters, and the St. Louis Blues last place to Stanley Cup champions. That was a good year for sports. So unless you remember the Alliance of American Football, that was a terrible year for you. And the winner of Sports Moment is the Alliance of American Football begins and collapses. So
apparently our fans like to see things go down in flames.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so they started off really strong. They started off in prime time on CBS right after the Super Bowl. They had like 2 decent games. I think the games in the XFL were better. But during like the pregame, during halftime, they left the microphone on. And one of the announcers went, "Nobody's watching this shit."
Oh.
And they let that it played. And I'm like, "Oh God." And then they moved all the league's games to like the secondary CBS Sports Network.
That's it.
Yeah, nobody has it. Then the league couldn't get funding, and they had to fold 3/4 of the way through the season. They didn't even get a chance to do the playoffs. And and the XFL bought all the equipment. So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, the entire league folded before the season's end.
That's pretty sad.
It was a rough, the guy didn't invest enough money in the league to make it go until the end of the season. And it went, how? And the story is with it too. Dick Ebersol, who helped Vince McMahon start the XFL in 2001, there was a documentary about the XFL on ESPN. This led to Vince McMahon bringing back the XFL. That documentary also started with Dick Ebersol's son, Charlie, to go, "I'm going to start my own rival football league to the XFL, the Alliance of American Football." We see where it is now. So that story, the beginning and end of that league, I can't wait for the documentaries on, because that is the Fire Fest of football.
Yeah.
Like, the players had to play for the hotel rooms at the end. They were paying for everybody's. It's bad. I can't wait for the documentary on the Alliance of American Football.
That sounds pretty terrible.
So that is going to wrap up the sports portion here of the Nutsies. Coming up next, I believe, is our random category, which has just a hodgepodge of everything in it.
Just nonsense.
Huh? Yeah, just our fun little categories. Coming up next, here on the 2020 Nutsy Awards, don't forget to pick up Invincible Heart by Brian Tan and Kendra Souter. You can pick it up on Amazon.com or Random Evolved Media. After Mila Hunter's daring escape from the harvested facility, President Emerson King needs a solution to a superpowered problem and her rebel allies. In an act of desperation, King decides to enact the Invincible Heart program. John Baker was created to capture or kill Mila Hunter at all costs. Unfortunately for Emerson King, John's heart has other plans. Pick up Invincible Heart by Brian Tan and Kendra Souter at randomevolvedmedia.com, Amazon.com, and all other book outlets. It's the time in the Nutsy Awards for the categories that just didn't fit anywhere else. It's time for the randoms of the Nutsies here.
How appropriate.
I mean, there has to just be like a whole bunch of hodgepodgey categories that we have here at the Nutsy Awards. And first up is Video Game of the Year. Holy cow. I actually played more video games in 2019 than I have any other year of my life. I love the Nintendo Switch, first of all.
It's almost always running at my house.
It's fun. It's a great system. It really is. I don't know if you've played anything on it yet.
Yeah, I played Smash Brothers Melee.
Yeah, it's a great game.
I played it all the way up from GameCube, so...
There's a great story mode in that game. Like, a tremendous story mode.
I played part of the story mode. I haven't played it all the way through.
Also, Legend of Zelda... I can't think of which one it is. Not Link's Awakening, but Breath of the Wild is so beautiful.
We have it, too.
The prettiest game I've ever seen. I actually enjoyed Luigi's Haunted Mansion 3. I did not expect to enjoy that. Ashley's got me playing these more, I don't want to say kid games, but the more family-friendly style games, and I've enjoyed the crap out of them, where I'm like, hey, it's not a first-person shooter. So, yeah, it's been kind of a weird year for me in video games. But now we get to talk about the best of the year, and the nominees for Video Game of the Year are Resident Evil 2, hell of a remake, by the way. I don't know if you've seen this.
I have not.
Gears 5, Borderlands 3 Untitled Goose Game. I'm going to have to explain this one to you.
Yeah.
You get to be a goose.
Okay.
And you get to cause disturbances with the people in this town.
Fun.
That's all it is. It's just this dumb little game, but you get to be this asshole goose.
Sounds fun.
It's fun. Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Fallen Order is amazing. If you have not played it, I feel everybody should. If you're a Star Wars fan, that's a really good game. But not as good as I feel the original Battlefront was. But that's just me. But it is now time. The winner of the video game of the year is... Honk. Honk, honk.
Oh, you're ridiculous.
You gotta play it. It is so stupid. It's great. And I love these games. Untitled Goose Game. It's won every major award this year. Like, it really is just an indie guy who went, I'm going to make this stupid game. And it took off.
Sometimes those are the best.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Next up is YouTube Channel of the Year. Oh, boy. So I have to explain, I think, half of these to you.
Yeah, I watched just like one ever.
Of all of these?
I don't know on there. I'm talking about just in general.
Oh, you're missing out on some great content, though. I feel YouTube might be... I don't want to say it's a viable source. Like, I don't think it could replace actual television. But I think it's...
I know there's tons of good stuff. I know there's tons of things that currently are out there that started on YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
But again, there's so much entertainment out there that
it's kind of hard. This is the best era to live in for watching stuff, but it's kind of hard. Like, you have to get people to notice you and all that.
I can't have ADHD when it comes to entertainment. I've got to narrow it down.
So I've been watching a lot more YouTube. Some of these channels I love. Some of them I've never watched in my life, but it is what it is. You guys nominated. Here we go. The nominees for YouTube channel of the year are Good Mythical Morning. I feel like you'd enjoy that one.
I've heard of this. I'm at least aware of it.
Rhett and Link, every morning. That is actually a routine of mine. Like, it's like a morning show where they eat stupid stuff or they play stupid games. It's just fun.
I'm pretty sure you've sent me things to watch. I'm pretty sure we've added a card.
We have from Buddy System. Yeah,
2 cards to our Cards Against Humanity deck. So yeah,
Buddy System is now free on YouTube because YouTube Red failed. So did not see that one. Yeah, you did. Shane Dawson is next. His Jeffree Star series kind of blew up the internet and the world on a makeup line that sold out in less than, I believe, an hour, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
It crashed 5 different websites. 5. The Try Guys, they just try things. They're fun. 4 guys. I will send you some videos of theirs. I think you'd enjoy them. Jeffree Star's channel, where he does makeup reviews and talks about his own makeup line, and of course, I feel like it was a good year for Jeffree. Mr. Beast, who gives away money and does these like elaborate contests with his crew, seems like a really cool guy. I know nothing much about him. And Smosh, which Smosh has a gaming channel. They also do a couple of other things, but they do these sketches of every blank ever, and the last one they did was like every annoying person ever, and they make fun of all the tropes that go with the annoying people. They're funny. They're real. Every Starbucks ever is really good. They did every CVS ever, and like they started the sketch with the printing of the receipt, and that's how it ended. Like, they were still printing throughout all the sketch. And
that's real life there.
Yeah, no, you can like, you live that, like, you have seen that in real time. And the winner for YouTube Channel of the Year is...
Good Mythical Morning.
You were a little early, but it'll work.
Too bad. Too bad.
Good Mythical Morning wins. I'm not surprised. Rhett and Link has pretty much got a stranglehold on the internet, I believe. They own Smosh now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, their mythical entertainment brand has done a lot of good things. They give to charity. They do a bunch of awesome stuff. If you haven't checked out Good Mythical Morning, I feel like you should. I feel like it's one of those YouTube channels when someone will talk to me, like there's 3 YouTube channels I recommend to people, and that is one of them. So is the Try Guys. I'm gonna send you their videos because I feel 100% you would love them.
Okay.
So
sounds good.
That is the YouTube channel of the year. Next up, so from our WTF articles, it is the WTF moment of the year. My God. Oh, and there's already 2 getting ready to be posted for this year. My dog is snoring so loud. I feel like it's being picked up. Last year, there was a lot of stupidity in the world, and we made fun of it. So here we go. The WTF moment of 2019. The nominees are South Dakota's Meth, We're On It campaign. How dumb do you have to be to make a campaign where it's meth, we're on it?
Yeah.
And all the people they show in the video look like they could be on meth.
Well, the thing is, there's probably like some young people back there who wrote it, and they're like, let's see how far we can get with this.
I mean, they went viral, so it did what it's supposed to do, but...
Well, it's probably like Community when they made their flag, and they're like, let's see if it'll actually get picked. And it did, and they're laughing in the background.
Such a terrible statement. And then the governor, like, after all the flack of it, like, come on, you can't do that. Then the governor doubles down on it. It's like, no, you know how bad this sounds.
Yeah. It's okay to admit it. It's fine. Just pull it.
Next up, the team names for the XFL. I still don't know what the fuck a Battlehawk is. I've been trying to figure this out.
What is it?
A Battlehawk.
Battlehawk?
Yeah.
Sounds like something from Power Rangers.
Yeah, no, it's a Battlehawk. Like, what the hell's a damn Battlehawk? But yeah. People feeding meth to gators. That was a great year.
Was it from Florida?
Yeah. It's a great year for meth.
Jacksonville, probably.
Probably. Apple's $1,000 computer stand. What the fuck? Like, at this point, this computer stand should make breakfast.
Should.
Nobody should own $1,000 computer stand.
Can I send it to work in place of me?
Yeah,
so I can watch YouTube videos.
It's just the stand. What? Senator,
isn't that why we have desks?
Yeah, no. It I think it holds, and then they released like the $40,000 computer. And I mean, it's a crazy year.
Yeah, no.
Devin Nunes, I don't know if you know who this is. He's a senator. He sues everybody, including he sued a parody account of his mom and a cow. So
we need John Oliver to get on this.
I think he has. I think he's talked a little bit about it. Devin Nunes is a dumbass. If you don't know, like, I don't care what side you're on. He's suing a Twitter account because it made fun of him. Grow the F up, dude. And the original Sonic the Hedgehog trailer, because my God, that looked terrible. And they went in because that trailer was so bad. They went in and changed the entire movie. Yeah. And now it's like possibly one of the best movies of the year. Like, good job, guys.
Well, I mean, they took constructive criticism
and used it.
Yes, that's how you're supposed to be. Way to be an adult there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the winner for the WTF moment of the year is meth. We're on it.
Way to go.
I mean, I'm not surprised here. So South Dakota, you win an award. You finally won something. And finally, in our random category, it is the When Will It Go Away Award. I haven't done this in 2 years. I figured this is the year we bring it back for some ungodly reason. So here we go. The nominees are fucking reboots. I am sick and tired of seeing reboots of everything.
Oh, and they're all so bad.
Like, there's very rare. It's a rare thing this day and age. I almost just started doing the Full House theme. Or Family Matters. None of them are good. Like, it's very rare that one of them actually ends up being decent. Like the Sabrina one, really good.
Yes, love that. Love that.
But for every Sabrina, we get a Fuller House.
Or a Charmed. I watched like one episode. It was so bad.
Yeah, no, these are not good.
Roswell. Ugh.
Reboots should just go the F away. Like, I'm tired of it. I think we're all tired of it. Like, let's just not do it. Next nominee, Donald Trump on Twitter.
I'm not. Yeah.
No.
There's no need to elaborate.
No, his tweets are stupid. Like, he called himself a king the other day. Just want to point that out. Like,
I don't feel that any person within the government should participate on social media.
If they do, they should use it for actual purpose of talking with your constituents and not being a complete and utter jackass.
Like, to be informative and...
Or AOCs that talks about Nintendo 64 games. I'm 100% fine with that.
Maybe not to argue with people or
if you're going to argue with them, at least make it a fun topic. Not just be a dickhead. No, I don't like the fact, and this is my biggest issue with Trump's Twitter, is you are the president of the United States, and I know this is political, but I don't give a shit. You are the president of the United States. Using nicknames for people just really should be beneath the office of the president of the United States. Just a personal thing. Like, I'm cool if you call them nicknames when you're not president. That's fine.
You know how when you're you see like a company on a social media and you have no idea who's running that account, or you have a celebrity and you don't know if it's really them, if it's just like their whoever their manager is.
Shout out to Terry Crews for retweeting us yesterday, by the way.
Nice.
Continue on.
I have no doubt of who is running Donald Trump's social media. There's no doubt.
Next up in the category is the people in the comments of your local news' Facebook page. I've made fun of this for 3 effing years, and they are the worst. If you want to know the dredge of the internet, like, Trump's Twitter is bad, but just read your local news Facebook page. It's 10 times worse because people will post whatever the F they believe, and you know they're wrong. Like, I've seen people post that, you know, the Alamo never happened or something to that extent. You're just like, what? What happened to American history? Where the hell did our education system fail you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do live in the time where there are legit people that believe in the world is flat. So, you know.
I don't understand how people can do that, but kudos to all of you for still going for that, I guess. Can you guys go ahead and explore what's over the edge? Because I would really like to know. Is it a kraken? And whatever it is, a cat's probably knocked it off anyway.
It would be a really big cat to knock over a kraken.
Oh, that's where they make
Cthulhu.
rum. That's where they make rum.
One side is a kraken and one side is Cthulhu.
Well, you still got 2 more sides. If it's flat, there's like 4 sides.
Well, there's like a unicorn and I don't know what's on the other side.
Charlie, take me to Candy Mountain. And finally, on the win they will, millennials versus boomers. I'm just over it. Like, I hate the fact that it's just like, well, all millennials eat Tide Pods.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over that because we don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't think I've ever stuck soap in my mouth voluntarily.
No.
I did say voluntarily because there was probably times as a kid my mom's like, here's some Irish Spring, shut the fuck up. But yeah, the okay boomer thing kind of was funny at the beginning. Now I'm just kind of over it.
Yeah. It's a really sad response. Like, if that's the only way you can back up your argument.
I get where you're coming from, but yeah.
Like, okay, so my kid had to write an essay about why or why not you should why or why not cursive is relevant anymore.
He just say, okay, boomer?
No, he said it's not. And I'm like, no.
Done.
Can't do it. So I feel like that's the same type of way like you argue, like, okay, boomer.
Let me just say this. No. If he actually would have turned that into me as a teacher, done. Like, I wouldn't even care. It's not.
I'm like, I don't think you understand how to write an essay, child.
I need 500 more. There are times when a teacher like assigned an essay and it's like, please say this in 500 words. I could do it in 2 sentences. Like, come on.
I've explained to Zeke for a really long time about how to like kind of BS your way through an essay, like how you just like reiterate things over and over again in different words. And he came to me the other day and he was like, Mom, I understand what you meant. You just need like a thesaurus and you just use different words. I mean the same thing. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. That's exactly right.
If you really want to, or you just make all your letters white and hope for the best. oh, there's 5,000 words, but there's only 7.
They don't even let. Okay, so we were allowed to pick from like 2 or 3 different fonts. They don't even let them do that anymore.
Oh, it's all like Times New Roman.
Yeah,
now,
because I was telling them, I'm like, go for Arial because it's bigger, and they're like, no, we can't do that.
I like Arial and I like Calibri. Outside that, F Times New Roman.
Yeah.
All right, and the winner of the When Will It Go Away award is, I can't talk, Donald Trump on Twitter.
Agreed. God.
I want to make this abundantly clear. Whoever is the next president of the United States after Trump, whoever's the 46th president, whatever you do, make Twitter fun. Like, if you're going to be on Twitter, make it fun. That's all I ask of you. That is all I want from you. Barack Obama posted his NCAA tournament brackets. That's all I want. I want something fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's all I need in life. So that's going to wrap up the randoms. My God. Coming up next are the awards you've been waiting for. I feel that's coming up next is our TBK Radio section. You find out what is your favorite TBK Radio podcast and more right after the break here during the 2020 Nutsies. Shirts, books, mugs, squirrels. Shop TBK. TBKmagazine.com/shop TBK. Buy our shit. Last year was a big year for us at, I guess, all the outlets, but TBK Radio grew hugely. I almost came out and just said a Trumpism. Huh?
We expanded?
We expanded. We added some shows. We gained listeners last year. It was a crazy, awesome year for everyone involved, I feel. And 2020 is presenting to be the craziest year yet. Yes, I had to take a break for a little bit. I got burned out. Life happens. But we're coming back with a vengeance, and we'll announce all of that at the end of the Nutsy Awards today because we have a lot of stuff to talk about. But it is now time to talk about the best of 2019 in TBK Radio. This is one of the categories sections, because everything's a category, but sections you have been waiting for. I know you didn't get to do as many shows last year, but you're going to be around a lot this year, I guarantee it.
That's the plan.
And I don't know, like a couple of weeks, like it'll be next week, but we're also going to be part of C2E2. We're going to cover that. Sharon's going to AEW Revolution. We are going to discuss that because there's some fun stuff coming from that happened to the last time I took you to a wrestling show where people have actually made it. So I'm excited to see where that goes. You know, of course, we're going to medieval times, and that's going to be a hell of a trip. So we're going to cover that. And we're actually all rooming together for the first time ever. So that should be fun.
Do I bring cards?
Yeah.
We'll bring cards against humanity.
Actually, we haven't. We bought a game. I don't remember what it is, but we bought a new one.
I bought a new one too, remember?
Yeah, we're going to try a new game. I think we should try new games.
I'll just bring the whole bag.
There you go. I have one. I got a board game for Christmas that I want to try, and I can't. I got The Office Clue.
Awesome.
Which is, by the way, $250 if you try to buy it normally.
Jeez.
And my wife's grandmother got it when it went on sale because she's like, I know you love The Office, and I know you like Clue. And I'm like, we're playing Clue.
There's another game we need to look into.
What is it?
The 3-beat slide.
Yeah. Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
They're gonna. I am so tempted. I've sent them I've sent them questions. Like I sent them emails and stuff, and they've gotten back to me. We're gonna set up an interview at some point because I have to have them on the show.
I showed one of their videos, a couple of their videos.
Walk, skip.
Yeah,
Tickle,
that one's my favorite. To a nurse I worked with, she was like, "I don't understand," and I'm like,
"That's the point."
I'm like, "Isn't it wonderful?"
That became those guys. Oh my God. All right. So it is time to talk about the podcast because that's how we discovered them and talked about that on the show for a long time. Video Killed returns in 2020. I will let everyone
Which
know.
is one of my favorites.
I had to take a break. I just had to.
Which also like that's one of the reasons I've kind of been a little bit away.
We'll discuss that at the end of the show. All right. It is time for the nominees and new podcast of the year.
We've had several this year.
3 to be exact.
Well, feels like a lot.
4 if you count the buzz, but I did not add it in this because no one knows about that show unless you subscribe to TBK Radio itself. So, and that returns.
Which everyone should do.
Yeah, and that returns. Subscribe to TBK Radio on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, and anywhere you listen to your podcast.
You may discover something new that you didn't know.
Pandora. Live is on Pandora now.
Awesome.
So we have our own channel.
Because you may discover a podcast you didn't know you liked.
This is very true. So we added a bunch of new shows, but the 3 that are up for new podcast of the year are Writers Uncensored with Brian Tan and Kendra Souter, where they discuss topics among the writing community that are a little bit taboo. I recommend their last episode. Kendrick. I called her Kristen. Oh my God. Kendra. If it's not a strip, it's not chicken. Kendra goes into how she's got out of the Mormon church, and it's a great episode. So I recommend those. Brian's a great guy, and you can read his book if you go to Amazon.com and look up Invincible Heart or Brian Tan. I had to do it. I think that was worth it. But yeah, their show's really good. It talks about all the taboos in writing and how it affects the writings. Like religion's been discussed. I think a couple other topics that are really, really sensitive. And I think everybody should go check out their show, especially if you're an aspiring writer. Hearing from 2 writers discuss this one thing. The music show Striking a Chord with Mad Manda, and I'm on there occasionally. So should listen to that. Right now we added talking about the Masked Singer.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
So I do like that show. I don't know what's wrong with me, but her show discusses everything that's going on in music. It's music news, new tour announcements. We talk about albums that are now like 20 years old, and then a giant segment to end the show. So if you enjoy music, that is the show for you. And then the show that makes absolutely no sense to anybody if you listen to it, it is the Brody and Richard Show, where if you really want to know how weird this show is, we did an entire show about terrible sex relationships. So hey,
okay.
That show is an interesting listen, and that show will return once a month for the rest of the year. So, and the winner for new podcast of the year is... I gotta get a shorter drum roll. Striking a Chord with Mad Manda.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
It's 3 seconds long.
Congratulations.
Yeah, her show really took off this year, and she's been very steady about doing episodes, and she's coming up to the 1-year mark, which is I think March. I don't know. But yeah, it's been an interesting ride to see how that show's gone. She's had special guests on, a ton of interviews. So check that out. It is time for the TBK Radio episode of the year. No, I'm going to do interview first. I'll do interview first. We're going to do TBK Radio interview of the year. And the nominees are... I have to gain my composure for a minute. Give me a second. Okay, I'm good. I laughed about something I saw, and I shouldn't have. There was an ad on here. I shouldn't have. It's like a soap ad. And I did not. There's like a half-naked dude on the website. I went, wait. Started laughing. Okay, I'm good. Radio interview of the year. The nominees are TBK Live number 183, The Life of Brian, ... Tan. I can tell you who named that episode. It was my wife. If you want to listen more about what Brian's like as a person, check out that episode. He's a nerdy individual who loves everything. Like, that dude is a very awesome person. I cannot believe that I have the privilege of working with him in any capacity, let alone publishing a book and having his podcast on our network. He is a wonderful individual. Striking a Chord interview with Saint Sonia frontman Adam Gontier. I think that's how you pronounce it. If not, I will probably get reamed. You get to learn about his addictions and how he overcome them. It's a powerful interview. Striking a Chord, a special interview with Kaylee Shore. We talked about her in the music, in the album category.
Yes.
I feel if there is one interview you want to listen to on Striking a Chord, this is it. She goes through some terrible breakups she talks about on the show, how she got drunk and completely wrote a song and didn't remember it the next day. She is a hoot. She is a fun person. She is part of the Song Suffragettes in Nashville. It is an all-female group that believes in female power in country music, which is hard to do. So they are amazing. They are talented. She is going to have a hell of a career. She just started her own tour. You can check out her interview. TBK Live number 164, interview with Cindy and David Johnson. They are, good God, we talked about Sharknado.
Nice.
Yeah, That interview is fun. They're two fun individuals. I can't say anything. I just have good things to say about them. They're local. Cindy's a great artist, too. There's a painting of me with the live logo.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't got it yet because I keep forgetting to pick it up. But that'll be soon because her book drops next month. So
excited about Cindy.
Yeah. S&S number 74, an interview with independent wrestler Billy Dixon. That was during Pride Month. His struggle is one that I believe this is the most powerful interview I've ever done. It will break your heart to hear his story at times and how he's overcoming. He went through a really bad bout of depression, and now he is taking over the world. He is booking his show. Like, he's booking an all LGBTQ wrestling event in Washington, D.C. He is on WrestleMania weekend. He's an incredible individual. I want to see good things for him. We talked about musicals.
What is life without musicals?
Yeah, we had a wrestling show and we talked about musicals. Wrestling and drag go hand to hand. And he's going to be part of a huge WrestleMania event of drags and drop kicks. And he's doing his own show in New York as well. I mean, the dude he is taking over the world. I can't wait to see what's next. If you want to listen to the interview, it's S&S number 74. And then interview with country music star Tiara is final. And she is also a song suffragette. And she gave a pretty good interview. And if you haven't checked that out, she is making very big strides in country music. She is an African-American female. And
you don't see that a whole lot, unfortunately.
And I'm trying to not play that card, but it is really hard in country music to be African-American, I believe. And she is crossing boundaries off. And she is killing it. And I can't wait to see what's next from her, too.
That's great.
We had a great year for interviews. That's all I got to say. And the winner for interview of the year is 20-second drum roll. Striking a Chords interview with Kaylee Shore. I think this is probably one of my favorite ones that Manda's done all year, and one of my favorite interviews we've ever posted. So I feel like everybody should go check that out. There will be a link to all interviews somewhere. I'll post it at some point. Let's do our episode of the year. Because there are some weird ones here that I cannot wait to discuss. First of all, the nominees are TBK Live number 180, Spooktacular 5.
Fun times. We ate some Skittles.
Except for the person who had to record all the voiceovers. Have you listened to that episode?
I've listened to one of our episodes this year, and I don't even think that was it.
You need to listen to it because there's a lot more to that episode than just us.
Well, I probably don't want to listen to it then.
It's the best Halloween episode I think I've ever done. Like 100%.
I'm trying to remember which episode I listened to this year. Maybe it was after we got our new mics. I don't know.
Oh, we're getting new mics again.
Again.
Yeah. Yeah, because I upgraded mine and everyone else's, like, the other mics went out. And I went, oh, crap.
I just remember there was one episode where you were like, oh, we sounded really good. And I went back and listened to it.
I think it was that one.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
TBK Live number 167, Cheese Euphoria and the Gilmore Girls.
I did not watch that, but I have binge-watched Gilmore Girls this year.
2019 is when I discovered Gilmore Girls and fell in love with a show that I should have watched at least 20 years ago. That's an amazing television show.
Yeah, I actually watched it while it ran, but I didn't finish it for some reason. I think because I grew up and moved out while it was still running.
Thanks. That show is wonderful. Next up is the Brody and Richard show number 4, #trouser incident.
Okay. Would you explain?
That's the episode of Bad Sex Stories.
Oh, okay.
Brody gets stuck in a zipper.
Okay.
He gets a hand job that causes bleeding. I mean, it's some funny shit.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff in there. Trying to have sex on a waterbed while drunk. I mean, there's some funny stories. There are some funny stories in that episode. Striking a chord, influential albums of people's lives are discussed during that one. I think that's one of the very first episodes of the show, too. And Cinecrap number 19, Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Nice.
Jeez. Well, this is an eclectic group of shows, isn't
It
it?
is. It is.
And the winner for episode of the year, Sharon.
Spooktacular number 5.
I love the Halloween episodes. They are my favorite episodes to record.
And I was there. I had to wait till the drum roll was over for
Yeah,
sure this time, because, it's so long. That was a fun episode. You ate a zombie Skittle.
I ate 2. The only 2 I picked were nasty.
I ate no zombie Skittles safely. Yeah, took bags home for each of my family members, and Zeke ate an entire bag and got none
that
of
makes me
them.
mad. It still makes me mad to this day. Great. Fun time for everybody.
Yeah, well, Halloween is the best.
Did you see my post on Valentine's Day?
Yes, I did. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought
yes.
you'd appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to going into those shows.
Yes.
It takes me 2 weeks to plan the script out for Halloween. I was like, I know what I'm doing, and then I'll write out the script, and then I'll change it, and then I'll write. It's like the Christmas stories every year. It's like I don't know what I'm doing with those until 10 minutes before I start writing one.
I think those are our 2 major holidays for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this year we're adding a little bit more to Halloween, hopefully. So, I
do love Halloween.
Crossing my fingers for that one. And then it is now time for Let's Do Personality. So we have an eclectic group of people that do these shows.
I think no, and it's one of the things that makes me most proud to be a part of our company is we have such amazing individuals.
We are very diverse as a group.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us like one thing, some of us like the other, but we can all agree on one thing: they all hate me. So here we go.
Whatever.
I'm pretty sure there's probably something we can all agree on, but I don't know what it is. I'm not even gonna try.
I don't know.
All right, it is time for Radio Personality of the Year, and the nominees are Mad Menda, Brody, you,
I made the list. This is good.
Ashley, Ed Souter, Brian Tan, Kendra Souter, and myself.
Yay!
Do you want to know what it's like working with Ed on a show?
Well, I mean, I've been on an interview with him before.
Oh no, it's completely different when you're doing a show that's not an interview. He's probably the weirdest person to work with. That's my shout out to Ed in this one because he's definitely.
We love you, Ed.
Yeah,
very much.
Love everybody on this group. I started doing more shows with Brody last year because
I had to step away for a little while. Mm-hmm.
And Brody picked up the ball and ran with it, and my God, it was crazy doing shows with Brody. That dude. I did not expect shows to get as weird as they did, but they did. They did. We actually there's a couple episodes during the nerd debate. We had an all-out screaming match.
Oh wow! I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, he told me that I went to school in the sticks and I was dumb a couple of times.
Wow.
That's what happens.
Yeah, my insults aren't normally that open.
Oh no, he was mean to me.
Mine are normally veiled.
Yeah, you don't have to be, just to let you know. After hearing Brody stuff, oh no, we're good now.
No, that's just my general way of doing them.
So it was a crazy year. It's time to find out who was the personality of the year, and the winner is Ashley's not here. We don't have anybody who's not in this category, so this is going to be awkward to read. Who does this? You want me to read this, or you want to?
Would you like me to read it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
If you did. And the drum roll.
Is the drum roll over?
Yeah, it's over.
It is you!
Yeah, thank you guys for voting. I'm humbled by it. Every time I win something, I just I don't see it.
No, you do an amazing job. You really do.
Y'all are stuck with me on every show but one.
You legit do all of the work here.
All but one. I don't have to edit Kendra's and Brian's show at all. I just put the song in front of it. Makes life a lot easier on me. Hopefully this year we have other shows that do not involve me. That's my honest to God hope. And if that's a dream, hopefully that's a dream I can achieve. We got some radio announcements coming soon though. All right, so it's time for Podcast of the Year, isn't it? Holy crap. And the nominees are Striking a Chord, The Brody and Richard Show, Writers Uncensored, Cinecrap, SNS, and TBK Live. I love every one of these shows equally. It's kind of hard for me to pick someone.
That's because you're on all of them
But
almost.
and I still love it just as much as I love the others. I gotta tell you, this is the closest vote of the year. 1 vote. Thousands of votes. 1 vote.
Is that a
Separated.
first?
I think we had it last year, but it was in one of the other categories. This is the closest it's ever been in a TBK category, and my leg just cramped.
Stick it straight out.
I did, and I just kicked something. Oh, my house is a mess right now, but there's reasons. Oh, I'm good. I'm okay. And the winner of TBK Podcast of the Year is Cinecrap. It's an upset, I guess. It's the first year Live has not won.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely very surprising to me.
It's not to be after I know the Star Wars stuff.
I always feel that Live should win. Like even when I have a horse in the race, I always vote for Live. But Cinecrap's been it's been a universal.
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you when we go to break.
It's been something that we've all worked on. We've all contributed to.
Yeah, everybody got to be part of Cinecrap.
Even the intern had put in a couple words.
Let's see.
They might have been monosyllabic, but
Jem got to be part of Cinecrap. I mean, it's kind of a show where it doesn't matter who's doing the show. It's just a fun show. Like, you get to sit and watch a movie with the stupidest commentary in the history of man. Which at times we don't even talk about what's going on in the movie. We just talk about whatever we want.
I got to do the first one while I was high on migraine meds.
I got to do this show while high.
Yeah.
I have a medical question for you after we're done. Like,
we were all high on prescribed medicine.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
yeah.
Do you know weed's legal in Chicago?
No, but it doesn't matter because I'm still a licensed nurse, and so is Ashley. So,
but there is someone who can do it.
Well, that's fun.
And I'm gonna try edibles. I am going to be really worked up for medieval times. Just throw that out there.
You will already be being drived around, so no problems.
Yeah, that's good. I don't care about talking about it, but no, I just want to say thank you to everybody who voted. I mean, every show had votes and numerous votes, and that makes me so happy that you guys listen and care about what we do. Whether it's the wrestling show or Striking a Chord or Writers Uncensored or Brody and Richard or Cinecrap or Live or what other shows, because I know I get questions about the winos occasionally, and we're trying. We will get that worked out. I get questions about Fangirls still, because people enjoyed having a female perspective on shows.
Yeah, and I can say that's something that I absolutely love doing, and I loved the idea. And I hope one day we'll get to bring that back if we can find the right cast of people.
I have that planned in my head for 2020.
Good.
No, just letting you know. Like,
good.
Do we announce some stuff for TBK Radio right now, or do we?
If you want, as
good as time.
If you want, let's go for it.
As I said, there will be a sports show in 2020. Four Downs will return. I made that abundantly clear. We are going to add another show. The Buzz will return, and I'm not sure how often that will be. It will be, might be more than once a week. And that show, if there's going to be something special to that show. For the first year ever, I have decided to pull the veil off all topics. Writers Uncensored has made, and they don't know this, has made me realize that any topic can be discussed, as long as the people discussing the topic are respectful to each other.
I agree.
It does not, like, I feel like there could be some anger there. Like, you could be like a disagreement, but I know we're not going to hate each other.
And I think that you and I have had discussions in the past where we have, I don't think we've ever had like heated arguments or even felt strongly, but we have had discussions in sensitive topics, and we have held these discussions very well. So I agree with you. And so we discuss this, and we think that this is something that we can move forward.
And the Buzz is the perfect show for that, because it's not a live conversation, because live's supposed to be lighthearted and kind of fun. Mm-hmm. The Buzz isn't. And I don't know how often it'll be, because I was going to try to do it twice a week. It may be more than twice a week. It just depends on who does the show with me occasionally. Sometimes it's going to be live. Sometimes we are going to broadcast that effort live. because I want to do live stuff. And we have that option now. And live could be live sometimes. Like we might do a live episode of live, which is funny. There's going to be more things happening in 2020 with radio that you're not going to understand, but my idea is I think Fangirls is going to return this year at some point because that's a month show.
That
it's
was
just a once a month show.
Yeah, that was a show, that was my baby that I just really wanted to do, and it became really hard to get together.
Besides you and Ashley, it was just
it was just really hard with people's schedule to get enough people together to do what we wanted to do with it. But it's still a show that we really want to bring.
We've had a lot of discussions about that show, and I feel like the female dynamic of doing debates is worth it. So that's going to happen. I know we talked about the Wino show. We will work that out. It is
if we have to drag someone here kicking and screaming.
Yeah. There's some other things that I have thought about, but I want to discuss because this year we are doing something kind of cool, and I don't want to tell everybody this yet, but it is political. I will say that there's something cool happening this year that's political, and I feel like that is.
I don't know what your dog is doing. I think she's making a nest.
That's probably true. There is something cool that's happening politically, and I get to share it with people, and it's for me. And I'm a huge politic nut that no one knows that, and I can't wait to talk about that sometimes. And I'm very. I don't want to say I'm down the middle, because there's just certain topics I'm not. But I
think it's okay to say that you're moderate, but still have
I'm not
stronger
moderate.
Opinions about.
Well, I guess I'm more middle of the road than I am anything, but I don't know if middle of the road means what it used to. So it's kind of a weird spot to be in. But I can't wait to discuss it. You're going to hear some topics that you normally wouldn't hear on live or striking a chord or center crap.
You definitely wouldn't hear those things on center crap.
So we're gonna get a little bit more real at times.
Center crap will stay mostly the same.
Yeah, center crap's still gonna be fun. And that's the other show that I probably should. We are not gonna return with center crap until March. There is a reason. One, I burned myself out after the damn Star Wars episodes. For anybody who does not know, I talked about this at length on the last episode, 2 episodes live ago, but. Even on the Christmas Day episode of Live, I'm like, I did way too many of those in a row. It killed me.
It was a big undertaking.
Never will do that again. I don't mind doing 2 during Christmas, but hey, no. We will do episode 9 at some point this year just to say we did it. But the first time Cinecrap returns in 2020, it will be the movie Cats. And I don't care if I've seen it yet. That movie's happening. I yearn for that movie. I feel like this is going to be my new Manos, The Hands of Fate. This is the greatest movie ever. So that's happening. All right. I think that sums up everything for radio. Right after this, it is featured article of the year and writer of the year, plus some book announcements. So we will be right back with more of the 2020 Nutsy Awards right after this. After Mila Hunter's daring escape from the harvested facility, President Emerson King needs a solution to a superpowered problem and her rebel allies. In an act of desperation, King decides to enact the Invincible Heart program. John Baker was created to capture or kill Mila Hunter at all costs. Unfortunately for Emerson King, John's heart has other plans. Pick up Invincible Heart by Brian Tan and Kendra Souter at randomevolvedmedia.com, Amazon.com, and all other book outlets. And now it's time for the big ones. During the 2020 Nutsy Awards, you have arrived at your final destination. Not to be confused with the movie. Screw that nonsense. It is time for featured article of the year and writer of the year. If there's one thing I can say, 2020 is the 10-year anniversary of this website. Holy crap. And later this year, we are going to do a decade celebration. And I don't know where we're doing it or how we're doing it yet. I figure part's going to be audio, part's going to be written. But it is going to be a crazy time. But 2019 was such a tremendous year for the website. We grew leaps and bounds over any other year we've ever had. We had some emotional letters to Santa. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my mind.
We really did, though.
Yeah, like this year was like, it was the sad Santa year.
Well, and it's kind of funny because most of us don't really enjoy writing letters to Santa, which is weird.
Yeah.
And I was getting ready to harass people for you. Yeah. And then you sent me a message and you're like, did you already do it? Because they're like pouring in.
Like I got 11 or 12 and went, what?
And I was like, no, I don't even have anyone's like numbers or emails. And we had a lot, and that was.
Yeah, it was a cool moment.
Yeah.
And then like I added more of the TBK Investigates this year. We did a lot more news. We're covering more conventions. 2019 was fun. We went to a lot of concerts. Holy cow.
Yes.
Holy cow.
A lot of fun there.
Yeah. And 2020 is going to be a lot more of that, just in a more amped up way. And it all started a couple of weeks ago, and that story's coming. So, and I have not told that yet. So that'll be fun. But it is time for the featured article of the year. It's the articles everyone has come to love over the year. Here we go. The nominees are TBK Investigates. If you haven't read those.
My favorite is the one about Dean Winchester and Gilmore Girls.
That's because I was watching the Gilmore Girls at the time. And the first one in 2020, I'll just go ahead and announce this, is coming up. And it is... I'll have to look up the name first, and I'll do that in a minute. There's one coming up in 2020, and it involves Boy Meets World.
Nice.
So, the Real World Christmas, the 2020 Christmas or 2019 Christmas Story. That's a rush. I did that all in 3 days. Unpopular Opinion, where we take opinion that's probably popular and just tell people that it's not. I don't remember what the last one of those was. Review Stream by Sharon so far. Of just reviewing TV shows that she has binged.
Because that's all
and TV
I do.
movies, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Whatever's on, streaming services.
The Countdown List, which, I mean, pretty much is self-explanatory, and Word Vomit, our poetry article. I almost said Poetry Corner. I'm like, that's not a word. It works here. And the winner for featured article of the year is... It's a tie?
It's never happened before.
It's never happened before, and I'm confused as it happened this time. So I should tell the story of what happened here. A couple of days ago, I set the voting was supposed to end on February 14th at midnight. Like 11:59.
On second Halloween.
Yeah, on second Halloween. At 11:59, right before it became the 15th. For some reason, the voting stopped at midnight on the 13th, and I went, before it turned to 14th. And I went, oh crap. So we added an extra day. In that extra day, a ton of votes came in, and we now have a tie. So the winner of featured article of the year is Sharon's Review Stream and The Real World Christmas. We have to split this. I don't know how that works, but we have to split this somehow.
Well, we like each other pretty well, so I don't think there will be a brawl.
I'll get it on every other day. And then you get thank you all for the votes. I mean, I feel you feel the same
absolutely. Way. As we said earlier, all I do is binge stuff. So I'm really glad that you guys enjoy listening to my opinion.
So that was the Christmas story is fun for me to write. I've already got this year's Christmas story in my head. I had it after last year. I told Ashley what it was. She was like, yeah, that's it.
It's always fun getting to read those, and it's an honor getting a mention in them. I know I've already talked about my son, but he thought it was super exciting that he got a little blurb in there too as the random intern.
Yeah, no, that was... I was like, I'm going to throw in people who've never been in a story this year too, so that was fun for me. The Christmas story just started out as a gift, and now it's a thing every year, which baffles me.
It's a tradition.
Yeah, and it's going to continue. Actually, what I was thinking about doing later this year, you know what, I'll save that. I'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, so it's time for the big one. It's time for Writer of the Year. I always do the big speech before this, don't I?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure.
You know, every year we take the time to write, and none of us really get any sort of compensation for it. Like, we're getting there. Right now, it's just free meals when we're all on trips.
It's a labor of love.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to do what we're doing. We probably should have a Patreon that's more exclusive, but we don't. That's probably going to be fixed this year. But one of the things, we do it out of love, and we do it because we care. And I have to tell you, right now, I feel we are at an interesting crossroads between news and just entertainment content. Like, we have so many fun things to post, as well as like posting the top news stories in the world of geekdom.
I feel that, and I feel we've shifted a little bit more in the direction that we've hoped. At least my view of what our goal was to become more of a multimedia, multi coverage.
Still have to add video.
We will one day get there. And we are slowly moving in the direction that we wanted to go. It's a work in progress, but this year we've definitely moved more in that direction, which we would not have been able to do without
viewers like you.
Of course.
Sorry. It was just like it was there. I was going to take it.
I was going to say, without the assistance of all of our writers and our podcasters that have stepped up to help fill in the gaps, because you and I really, we've taken a step back some this year, and they've helped carry a lot of the weight.
Yeah, there was some weight that was carried just like evenly throughout the year, because there were just times where life kind of threw a curveball. And recently that happened to me, and I didn't know what to do, because, I try to post as much as I can, but at least, there's others that pick up the slack. And
so it's being able to announce this award is a great honor, because the people that are in these categories, they help carry our company. They help bring everything that we want to represent.
100%. And it is time to read off the nominees for Writer of the Year. And they are Mad Manda, Brody Man, Sharon, myself. It's weird reading my own name. I just want to point that out.
I don't.
James Master, Ed Sauter, Kahi Blackham, and Peony Ann. And the winner of the 2019 Writer of the Year is Brody.
Yay!
Brother, you deserve it.
Yeah, we're so very happy for you.
You want to talk about someone who picked up some slack in 2019 and pulled some weight, and I know he actually just sent me something else today to post. He did a review recently of the Green Day album, which may be the worst review I've ever seen. Not like bad as in like the write-up's bad,
but maybe the album's concerning.
Oh, he actually dropped a few F-bombs in how bad he was at that one. So,
yeah, and I wasn't able to be there for live, and he took over for me. So I appreciate that.
So Brody is the 2019 Writer of the Year for TBK Magazine. Sir, you deserve it. So I guess we're going to party with you in a couple of weeks, hopefully. So
yes,
I'm going to probably pour something on your head that'll make you sticky. So that's why. Before we get off here, before we end the Nutsy Awards. Wow, that was terrible segue from sticky to...
Oh, no, that was... Yeah.
Before we end the 2020 Nutsy Awards, we have a few things. First, pick up Brian Tan's book, Invincible Heart. Pick it up on Amazon. You can get the ebook on Amazon and the paperback on Amazon.com. Or if you want it signed by the authors, Brian and Kendra will also autograph it, because if you don't know, it's a continuation of The Harvested.
The Permutation Archives, which is wrote solely by Kendra Sauter. Yeah. I would encourage people to consider reading those so you can familiarize yourself with the characters going into Brian Tan's novel.
Tremendous book.
They are excellent.
So pick that up. Amazon.com and randomevolvedmedia.com if you want it autographed by the two mains, which is kind of cool.
I've got one ordered. I can't wait for it to get here.
It's something I didn't think I was going to do, and then it hit me one day. I was like, we should do autograph copies online, because no one does that.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about it.
That's something. Also coming out this year, Next in Line by Donna Marie West. That's going to be on bookshelves everywhere, coming in the fall, I believe, is what I am looking at. I know this is probably news to you, but I did tell you it was coming out.
Yes.
And we did say third quarter, which is the fall. So that's coming. Book of Rollin' should be later this year once Jim adds some stuff to it for some coolness. I can't wait for that.
Which, of course, everyone should be very familiar with our Jim.
So that's coming. All right. So things that have not been talked about that Sharon's learning now because it's my stuff and I'm very secretive. So,
which is very rude.
You're learning it now. It works. So we know that Stick Figure Dan's book is coming out this year, and it's coming out in the second quarter. It is All the Reasons I Voted for Donald J. Trump. It's dumb funny. But that's not all. We are doing a series of ebooks called Erotica. I made this joke a long time ago, and I was like, we should just write the worst erotica books ever with like the worst entendre and like the worst sexual innuendo we could find. And then I saw something online that made me go, you know what, I'm doing this shit. So Erotica will be coming out soon. That is what it's erotic with UHHHHHHH at the end. So that is coming in ebook form. They'll be 99 cents each. They are going to be nothing but terrible sex jokes and horrible dating stories. They're not like, they're probably going to be 15 to 20 pages of these really weird stories about love, and that's happening.
It's just super cheesy.
Yeah. No, it is going to be, there's going to be some terrible Fabio type covers. I've got everything in my head. They may come out as novellas. They may come out in paperback. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. If they do, they'll be like $6. But it's like, this would be funny. But then something hit me. And I told you this last week that I had been second guessing myself. I had this conversation with you, and I remember texting.
I remember.
I've been second guessing myself. And one of the things that I have problems with is I have to think of a title before I can write something. I know that's weird. I know that's something that does not get discussed very often. I'm backwards than most people.
It is a little backwards, but that's okay. Everyone's different.
I'm a different kind of kid.
Everyone is different.
So this is the first time this title has ever been mentioned. And I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm looking for the end of the year. I don't think it will, because it's not ebook. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be in.
It's going to be a print
book. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is going to be called "It Could Only Get Worse." You could have no arms. No offense to anyone without arms.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's this.
You know, that's how I live my life. Like, it can only get worse.
Yeah, that's the title of the book.
Because then, if things go better, it's like a present. You know.
So it is a complete 100% true tale of the, I don't know how to explain. I don't want to say memoir, because it's really not that way, but it is. Of some of the dumb shit that I've had to go through in life. Like finding out I was adopted by the lady who worked at the DMV. You should never find out from someone else. But I did. Or having a girl fake a pregnancy to keep you in a relationship when the baby wasn't even supposed to be yours. And I mean, that's kind of those type of stories.
You do have some good stories.
Yeah, so I'm going to write all of them down. And
I just think of us driving to your bachelor party and you telling all of these and the person in the car being like, seriously?
Diaper story. I've had, I think I went on a rant on all of those stories.
Yes, and he had not heard them.
Oh, yeah, no. There's that, and that's only.
And I'm just sitting there like, yep, it really happened. Like I was there or something.
Yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I was thinking about some of the stories. So there's family stuff in there. There's stuff about self-discovery. Of course, there's a whole section devoted to love. I like to refer to it as relationships. And that's how. And I don't know exactly when it's going to drop. And I was leaning towards, if I get it finished and edited in time, I'm leaning towards Christmas. But I don't think it's going to happen because you know how much I love Christmas. And I was like, it should be Christmas. But if not, it'll be 2021. And then also in next year or the year after, there will be the Queen James version by Rebecca, which is the Bible as told by What Happens If God is a Drag Queen. I have to tell you the cover. I have in that in my head. And you will be very appreciative of it. So that is coming out, but I'm 100% committed to mine finally. I sat down and went, this is it. Finally sat down with the title, even got the book cover in my head. It's all black with an emoticon that's just like this. That's it. That's the cover, which I probably don't know. It's the arms out emoticon.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's the cover. Yeah, that one. But not that one, but like the emoticon version.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the cover. It could always be worse. You could have no arms. No offense to people without arms. So And that's actually the first 2 words of the books is no offense, because I will offend somebody. So that's coming out later this year. We will be back. Live returns later this week. We just did an interview. Don't forget to check out Guano Guy. Go kickstart Mark Darden's project. It's an amazing comic book series, a family comic book series that's got the same type of humor as Batman 66. So funny. So many puns. It'll make you happy. So go do that. It ends on Wednesday. Don't forget to pick up Brian Tan's Invincible Heart. Go pick up a shirt from our store at Shop TBK. Yeah, like us on Facebook, like us on Twitter, subscribe to us on Instagram, whatever. Subscribe to us on
we're there.
Subscribe to us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Is that pretty much everything?
I think so. Thanks for voting. Thanks for participating.
Oh my God, voting. You guys brought your A game in the votes this year. The second most amount of votes ever. But it's really close to last year in vote totals, so you guys were killing it. It's been a tremendous award show. Just thank you.
As always, we wouldn't be here without you.
Yeah, it's because of you we do this, and we will continue to do this because you keep showing up and wanting stuff that's weird. So we will bring that to you. We will see you next time, and we're going to end this show like we do every show. Torgo, you know what to do, sir. Take us home tonight.
You cannot stay. The master would not approve.